A new experiment in GTA 5. Today we will amazingly and excitingly test which car can incredibly drive through the undulating bridge made of logs. And the most important thing is that each time it gets narrower and narrower, making it increasingly challenging and thrilling, harder and harder to navigate successfully. So only the most skilled and cheat-worthy drivers will be able to reach the ultimate finish line. Watch the video until the end, give it a like, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new experiments. Hello guys, it's me, as always, your favorite penguin chick, Koki. Welcome to a new experiment where we will test which car can drive over the wavy bridge made of logs. And you know, each time it gets narrower and narrower. That's why today I loaded a special collection of cars. Today we have mini bikes, go-karts, supercars, SUVs, cheat cars with big wheels, and of course, the longest, Bugatti. Limousine Lobar, Guide Limousine Lobar, Poliwusi. By the way, we also have a Bugatti today. So absolutely watch the video till the very end, give it a like, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new, incredible, and exciting cool experiments just like this one. And most importantly, write in the comments which car you think will reach the finish line today. And most importantly, as usual, we won't start with the smallest cars, because it's logical that the smaller the car, the more chances it has to reach the finish line. I suggest we start with a Lambo? Seriously? Will it even make it? Okay, I suggest we leave the Lambo for the very end. That will be the most interesting, and start with the biggest car today. It's a sports Kamaz. It looks incredible, cool, and I have a strong feeling that something tells me that, in general terms, we have every chance to reach the finish line and succeed. Moreover, look, it goes through everything with ease. Second level, yeah, it's a breeze. Third, well, simply, oops, 4. And here it really gets narrower and narrower. Look at this. What kind of life is this? Okay, level 5. Level 5. All we need to do is get through. Here it's already O-H. It's just impossible to carefully go left and right. It's like some kind of skill test already. 7th level and just no entry because of the signs. I just can't get through, alright? I propose plan B. We speed up and fall down. Well, not quite like that. I had a plan, but unfortunately only 6 levels. Damn. Alright. Let's move on. Next up, we have a fire truck. A fire truck with a real water cannon. Oh, let's wash our Lambo. Perfect. Let's wash all the cars. Just like that. Let's wash the tractors here. All the cars, let's wash them. Oh, perfect. This bike also needs a rinse. And the go-kart. Ah, why is it so fast? Look at that. Oops. Oh. Easy. What the heck is this? Wow, easy. No, wait. I didn't mean to. Can I have a second try, please? Okay, with this fire truck, you really need to move very carefully. Turning on the sirens, we're rushing to the call. But the most important thing is not to rush here, because if you hurry, then everything will really go wrong. Very bad. Well, no, easy, come on. See? That's what I was talking about. We just fell down. Okay, there are fewer and fewer cars left, but the cars are also getting lower and lower, smaller and smaller. Oops.
What the hell?
What? What was that? I think I broke GTA? How did I even end up on this G Wagon? I didn't understand anything at all. It was very strange, but Okay. The most important thing is how well we can drive. Ooh! It's skidding. It's a cheating Barbie G Wagon. It's very fast, but speed is not what we need for this experiment with you. We need to move as carefully as possible, very slowly indeed. Let's go here. And whoa. Here it really gets to a hardcore level. Come on. No! Much too! Cool. Let's move on. This is a real Scorpion mobile. It looks very cool. And, by the way, it even glows. Very, very cool. But the coolest thing is, or rather, not the coolest. It's that, what? Does it drive like it's on ice? Why is that? It really just slides on these wooden planks. Apparently, its grip on the logs is very poor. This is, of course, a huge downside. And it's very wide. It even gets stuck here. Look, and this is only the 3rd level. Crazy. I don't think we'll get far with this car. It really drives like it's on ice. Look, here I go. And it skids. Easy, 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 easy. Oh my. How hard is this to pass on such cars? I think the 6th level is, well, the maximum we can reach. The 7th is just impossible here. It won't make it through at all. Although, who knows? No. How do you count this? It just got stuck and, well, that's it. It fell. Hehe, 6 levels. Well, let's go further. We'll check the next, tractor. Seriously. Well, okay. I could have expected anything but a sports tractor with a spoiler, and there are 3 seats with sports bucket seats. This is, of course, very cool. This is incredible. Cool. Honestly, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. Or rather, I've never seen it. Come on, come on. I demand attempt number 2 for this tractor. Okay, we just need to be extremely careful. For some reason, the last cars really feel like they're sliding on ice. And it's very hard to brake. They're very fast, but very hard to control. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like ice here, just regular logs. Maybe there's really very poor traction with the road. If you know, well, if you studied physics, write in the comments. It would be interesting to read. Alright. Okay. We carefully drive in and overcome the 6th level. Super. On the 7th, I think we're going to have quite big problems. Well, yeah, it just got stuck and no, it's holding on. Maybe it'll work? No, it won't work, unfortunately. Yeah, darn, it was very close. Well, okay, we don't get upset, we just move on. Whoa. What's this? It's a police car. What kind of bug-eyed thing is this? It looks really funny, actually. Let's see how well this car makes it to the finish. 1st level, and it's sliding again. Just look at that. Oh. Easy, easy, easy. It's like we're having ice dancing. We're going to have figure skating. Oh, easy, 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 easy. This is intense, of course. If on the 1st levels we can afford to slide around like on ice, here it's impossible. It gets very narrow here with each level. And really, not a single car has reached the finish line yet. Can you imagine? We've already tested almost half of the collection, and the furthest the cars have gotten is the middle of the 7th level. And that's it, they just fall because it's too narrow. Apparently, we need some kind of bike, or a super narrow car. Although, I think these cars would be perfect, even though their wheels are not narrow at all, but on the contrary, super wide. For example, this Shark Mercedes. Looks really cool. It's very fast, very maneuverable. Moreover, it has off-road wheels. It doesn't drive like it's on ice. It drives just perfectly. But because it has very wide wheels, something tells me that we might not reach the finish at all. But who knows? We'll find out. Level 6. And turn after turn. Oh. This is dangerous. Okay, something tells me that we're just going to stop right now. Come on, stop, brake! Damn, that was very close. But this seems to be the closest car that reached the finish of 7 levels, almost 6.5, I would say. Alright, let's move on. Well, what can we say about this? Bugatti. Honestly, I don't even know. Look at those huge wheels it has. They're about twice my size. And it would be fine if it were a regular Bugatti. Maybe we would have a chance to reach the finish. But this is a Bugatti with unrealistically large wheels. Here, of course, our progress is in question. Although, who knows, maybe this Bugatti will give a masterclass and reach the very finish. Carefully, level 6 is ahead of us and... No! Stop! Brake! Well, yes, there definitely won't be a masterclass from Bugatti today. Haha. Quite unfortunate. Well, alright, let's go for the next car. So, there are really very few cars left, only 7. And something tells me that the Lambo definitely won't make it to the finish. Although, who knows, maybe the Lambo has some superpowers. So by watching the video to the end, we'll definitely test it. Honestly, I'll be surprised if this red wreck makes it to the finish while all the other cars don't. That would be really funny. It seems like such a wreck with such mismatched wide wheels. The engine is sticking out with some kind of turbines. But if it makes it to the finish, that would be really funny. Meanwhile, we have this G-Class G Wagon. Let's go. Let's see what it's capable of. Honestly, I'll try to drive as smoothly as possible and attempt to pass the 7th level, because we have less than half of the car collection left and not a single car has reached the finish yet. Well, that's impossible. This won't do at all. Alright, carefully. Okay, the final level. Guys, right now smash that like button. I must succeed. Well, no. Again. Yeah, this is some kind of joke. No, it's impossible. Unreal. It's just too narrow there. Alright, no problem. We have another off-road vehicle. Let's see what it's capable of. By the way, I think it's a little narrower than the G-Wagon. And possibly, we have every chance to reach the finish line. And it's very slow. I really like that. In this experiment, we really need slow cars, because the slower you go, the further you'll get. That's right. We are overcoming the 4th level with ease. It also has a very cool suspension. Look, I do this left, right, and the car completely turns, flexes. That's really cool. Case level, let's watch carefully. What a large distance here. Just bam, bam. It's really like driving on a real off-road. It's really cool, bam. Just a little bit of relaxation. 7th level. Please, here it's perfect. Let's turn a little bit, under the drift. Tim, look. The wheels just align perfectly straight. But a step to the left, a step to the right, and that's it. You see, it starts to fall through. No. So what do you do in such a situation? Well, there's nothing you can do. It just takes it falls. Apparently, these cars are really too wide to reach the finish. Well, okay, I won't get upset. Why? Because there are fewer and fewer cars, but they are getting narrower and narrower, smaller and smaller. And this is the widest car on the sea. Today, by the way, it looks like a car from Cyberpunk. Very cool. It has such spoilers. Looks very cool. An unreal car. Just perfect for racing. Its aerodynamics are really very cool, but that's not what we need here. We need the car to pass perfectly over the logs, to fit perfectly on the 7th level, because as we understood, even the first and largest car, the Kamaz, can reach the 7th level. Well, depending on how hard you try. Alright, less talk, more action, 6th level. Here is where the questions start, because look at how it just clobbers. Yes, these cars are honestly not made for off-roading, they are made for racing. And here it really struggles. Very poorly. But, come on, quietly. It seems to be making one turn. Please. Guys, make sure to support with a like. Seriously? I really didn't expect this car to reach the finish line today. It's also very cool. It drifts. Look at that. I leave it perfectly here, and it's the first car to reach the finish line today. Well, my favorite ride. This is what I was waiting for. This is what I was really waiting for. It will be hilarious if this car reaches the finish line while all the previous ones couldn't. Just look. Look at how thin the front wheels are and the rear ones. What kind of monster is this? Alright. And the engine. By the way, I'm sure that such engines aren't installed on regular ancient muscle cars. It says Tornado on it. It looks very powerful, and I think this car was made for drag racing, but we're not doing drag racing. Today we have a wavy bridge made of eyebrows. By the way, guys, if you like this experiment, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, write in the comments which cars we can use next time. Really? What do you think, which cars will be able to reach the finish line? Because today we found out that off-road vehicles don't handle it very well. These kinds of cars, well, generally manage. Oh, careful! Can we go back a little? Okay, we need to turn around a bit. And these kinds of cars generally handle it quite well. That is, if it doesn't have very wide wheels, then overall, you see, it can drive. And most importantly, it's about calculating the right speed, the right angle, and making it through. Seriously, it's that simple. This is all the second car! And by the way, drifting is also very cool, and already 2 cars of this red peach color are at the finish line. Seriously? Was that even possible? Why didn't the cars pass at the very beginning? Well, okay, let's move on. So, and what do we have here? These are bikes. This is really cool because look at what we can do with a bike. See, there's a Lambo. Oops. Just like that, we take it and climb onto the Lambo. Our bikes can go anywhere. This is a bridge. So, a bridge made of Lambos? Have you ever seen anything like that? But both are so long? Okay, let's carefully pass this challenge. Here, I think this is 100% way to pass this experiment because the bike only has 2 wheels. And all we need to do is, first of all, not get stuck between the logs because the distance is getting bigger and bigger. At the 6th level, this is very noticeable. Look, the most important thing here is to stick to the center because the bike really starts to get stuck little by little. But at the 7th level, I don't think we'll have any problems. Although the bike is quite long and this could really hinder us. But I hope that won't happen. Come on. Wow! Perfect. Yes, here you really need to maintain a minimal speed. Well, a new experiment. And if I go back, can I make it? Oops. Oops. Wow. Well, almost made it. Well, I'm really curious to try this experiment in reverse. Oops. Here we go. Attempt number 2. We won't rush here. We won't rush. Carefully pass through as well, although overall the most difficult part here is probably this 7th level. Everything else becomes easier and easier with each level, which makes sense. And here, I think I can even reach maximum speed and pass perfectly. Well, yes, that's exactly what needed to be proven. Perfect, just easy. And here I can go full speed to the start. Perfect. Listen, a new tactic, alright. If we can go slowly, can we go fast? Look. I accelerate, gain speed, and just jump like this. Oops, come on, and with a glide. We try to fly over. Well, the experiment didn't really work out, so I suggest we move on to the next car. Oops, now, this will be a real test. Very interesting. This is, in the picture, it seems very narrow, very small, but look at its tiny wheels. They're just about to fall off. I think, with such tests, look at how they're shaking. What is this? Dad, 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 father. It will really just fall off. The suspension works very well on this cart. So far we're not even shaking. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Haha. Here. Boom, 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 boom. Let me know. This boom, 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 tower just took and threw me off. So, well, it's time for the legendary Lambo. It's the most gigantic, the biggest, and the only question is how to drive it. It has a unique superpower. It can jump. Well, here we go. Jump and... Will we jump to the finish? Come on, please fly, spaceship. What are you doing? Seriously? Could you really do that? Oops. Sorry. That was really just... If all the cars went through like that, it would just be a song. But... most importantly, if you like this video, be sure to like it, subscribe to my channel for such cool experiments if you want even more videos. Click the bell so you don't miss them. Click on that red subscribe button. Well, as always, it was me, your favorite little penguin. And we'll see each other again. Bye-bye.